For effective service delivery in all the districts of the country, the newly established District Development Authority has just completed a consultation workshop to fine-tune its work. The DDA concept surrogates the Joint District Budget Planning Priority Committee, or the JDBPPC. Jaya Bakia has more.
Officials from government departments and line agencies have completed the nationwide consultations relating to the District Development Authority. The Department of Prime Minister and NEC, Department of Provincial and Local Level Governments were the key departments that have been spearheading the government's plans for DDA to be implemented. Many provincial and district leaders now have a clearer understanding of how the DDA is supposed to be implemented in the 89 districts of PNG.
Fuel plan from LLG na since we got on the province of the district, we got one plan that's all now we got by representing district, representing province. So we will see that's what start percent.
The consultations began in Kokopo, East New Britain Province on the 23rd of February this year, before being carried out to other centers. Consultations were also held in Lae City with stakeholders from Morobe, Madang and Eastern Highlands provinces from the 1st to the 4th of March. For the Southern Highlands province, consultations were held from the 5th to the 7th of March, with the Western Highlands province, Simbu, Enga and Jiwaka from the 18th to the 22nd of March in Mount Hagen. For the East and West Sepik provinces, consultations were held from the 25th to the 27th of March in Vanimo. This was followed by Port Moresby for Central Province, Oro and Milimbe ending with the Gulf Province. Acting Deputy Secretary for Technical Advisory Support Services with the Department of Provincial and Local Level Governments, Gabriel Nangat explained the rollout process through the course of the year.
On behalf of the Chief Secretary, Lo Government, Se Manasupe Zureno, Acting Secretary, Lo Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, Mr. Dixon Guina, lo maki maus lo tupla. Mi planau I pinsim dis la face leg lo national consultation lo implementation lo District Development Authority Act lo Papua New Guinea. Now this act ma parliament em bin pasim andinit lo gaman lo O'Neill Dion gaman or pasim dis la District Development Authority. It is an enabling act of the organic law on provincial governments na local level governments. So, Parliament been amending Section 33A na. Replacing JDP BPC na introducing District Development Authority Act. Come in. Now, mi pla around in whole country go na si pla can looking backside house lo to lo Kerma town. Last leg lo consultation lo national consultation mi pla now campaign lo Gulf Province. Okay.
The DDA Act was passed in Parliament on the 25th of November 2015, officially replacing the Joint District Budget Priorities Committee. The objectives of DDA consultations throughout the country is to create awareness and assist all provinces in the preparations to implement it. In his address in Parliament last year, while presenting the DDA bill on the floor of Parliament, Prime Minister Peter O'Neill said, "As times have changed, so too has our systems of government." The first significant change occurred in 1995, when the Organic Law on Provincial Governments and Local Level Governments was passed. It gave greater prominence to provincial and local level governments, becoming a responsibility of the national government. He highlighted to departmental heads during the conference that the current government through the DDA is committed to giving powers and responsibilities to provincial and local level governments.
There's been some misgivings about the district authority. And I want to state it very clearly again. It is not another structure of government that is going to dilute the responsibilities of the provincial governments. As long as this government remains, I will assure you that. And as I've stated this morning, it is very important that we find a way, and this government is committed in giving more powers and responsibilities. I think the word autonomy, as the governor, good governor for Enga said, is a bit too strong, and it frightens a lot of people. I think we should go back to the word decentralization. That is decentralizing powers and responsibilities, some things that provincial governments can do better we should not be all back in Waigani. We are committed to even resourcing the provincial governments even more. But I think the accountability issues are the ones that we are concerned about. And I think if we all can work together in developing that framework in which we can try and account for public spending, I think we will have a bit more easier way in which we can find to try and transfer more functions and responsibilities to the provinces.
The DDA bill replaces the JDB-BBC with a statutory authority, which will be chaired by the Open MP and will have the same membership as the current JDB-BBC. Chief Secretary to Government Sam Manasupezurano has emphasized that DDA is a homegrown ideology based on the experiences of those involved in service delivery. Sam Manasupe outlined the main objectives of the authority.
Number one, thinking was DDA. One more last thing DDA. Number one was make him service delivery, become local, accountable, and accessible. I think Prime Minister blaming all time talk service delivery must be locally based. It must stop on place no district office blame. You're not going to find him education officer lay or Goroka or Willemak. He must stop on place to Manganofi or Pinchaven or telephone. So service must stop. Health worker blame must stop on district blame. You're not going to find him on provincial headquarters. It must be accountable. All one blow you long district must be able to report you long. Outside of something not come up. One time I come up. How much scheme report no account for it. Now number three, it must be available all the time and accessible. You're not going to find him service. It must be accessible all the time. So I'm asking him long come up in district authority. Number two, something long come up in district authority. I'm long strong in on project implementation. Also, meet up Pasemia, JDB and BBC. I'm long budget in the planning as well. That's all JDB and BBC all working more work because out of need. Plan your JDB all by machine or by balus or kangan. So, it's a new DDA by that power working work, implementation work.
The Organic Law on Provincial and Local Level Governments District Development Authority Law 2013 was passed 92 to none by the PNG National Parliament on the day this bill was presented. The DDA ensures that decisions that are supposed to be made in provinces and districts are made there and implemented as long as it is done in a transparent and accountable manner. The next step will be to get reviews and queries from each district to see where amendments are needed and how certain obstacles may be overcome.
Jayeb Akia reporting. This has been PNG Tonight, the NBC's current affairs program. Thank you for watching. Good night.